guys, it's Pearl here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I've been seeing that a lot of people have been liking the how to stretch your feet, improve the arch of your feet video. That video. A lot of people have been liking it, and I feel like I did that last year. It's been close to a year since I did it, and I feel like I have better tips than I had back then. So I've decided to do like a sequel to that. This one covers a lot more content than the other one did, so I want you to stick around. But before I get into anything, I want you to please go down below and click that subscribe button and turn on post notifications if you want to get notified every single time I post a video. So without any further ado, let's kind of get into it. So this video, I have two sections. The first section is the more talking section, and the second section is the part where I actually show you how to do it, like the stretches to improve everything. But first I have to do a little bit of like explaining that I didn't know back then, but I have to tell you now. Just a quick disclaimer in here: if anything happens to you or your feet while doing any of these stretches recommended by myself, it will not be my fault, and I do not take full responsibility. You should take responsibility for your actions. If you feel uncomfortable, you should stop and maybe contact a health physician, as they always say in the other videos. So that's just a little disclaimer that I decided to put in. Alright, so this talking section that I was talking about is basically talking to you guys about which parts of the foot is actually stretching. I didn't know this last year, but when you're stretching your feet, there's actually two parts that you should focus on when you're stretching. The first part is your ankle. Like, you know, a lot of people who have the good like feet arches, they have good ankle flexibility, and that's what allows foot to actually like curve, you know. But it doesn't only depend on ankle flexibility. It also depends on toe flexibility. Like that little area that your toes are, that joint, those joints like right there, you need to have good flexibility. But not only flexibility, you need to have strength as well, is what I've gathered. So if you have good ankle flexibility and good ankle strength, but you have bad toe flexibility and bad toe strength, then your arches are gonna be sort of pretty, but not very pretty. Now, if you have good toe arches, well, toe flexibility and toe strength, but you don't have good ankle flexibility and ankle strength, I don't really know. It depends on just how flexible it is. If it's average, then you should be able to get into a decent arch. But if it isn't up to average, then you're gonna have to work a lot harder. So in this video, I'm going to touch on like the strengthening exercises and the flexibility exercises. So I'm gonna break it down into the ankle and the toes. So yeah, now we can get to the stretching. There's certain things that you need for all these stretches, and just like my last video, the video from last year, you're gonna need something soft. It doesn't have to be like a number mat. It can be like your own like workout mat, but it just has to be softer, you know. So something soft for you to like arch your toes on, something that won't like hurt you or scratch you. And the next thing you need is a chair. Like I said, the same thing as last year, but these exercises are a lot more intense than last year's. Well, not very intense, but they're different. So they should give you like a variety, so it's easier. If you combine this video with that video, then you should be able to get whatever you want faster. And it'll be more efficient and effective and stuff. Alright, so we're here right now, and what we want to do first is start with the ankles. Now, I'm going to use my feet that I refer to as ugly. A lot of people are commenting that my feet look nice. Thank you so much. I'm really trying hard to believe you, but I just can't. My feet are like the ugliest things on earth, but whatever. If you think it's beautiful, I think it's beautiful, okay? Okay. So, let's start with ankles. Like, my ankles are of average flexibility. So, as you can see, it goes like that, and it can also like come down. It's like average flexibility. Like there's some people that have this arch like really, really low. I'm like, geez, are your ankles from space? So there's the ankle flexibility right there. It's not very good, as you can see, but it's average. And if yours is like this or better, or maybe even a little worse, it's still very possible for you to improve the flexibility without working very, very, very hard. But of course you work hard because everything happens over time. Alright. So now we're going to move to the ankle strengthening exercises. Let's go. Hey yo. Hey yo, it's my feet again. Hello. What's up? Alright, so we're going to start with the ankle strengthening and flexibility exercises. So we're going to stand up. If you need a chair for like support, that's fine. The first ankle strengthening exercise that you need is you're going to need a chair for support maybe. If you can do it yourself, that's fine. But if you can't, you can use this chair as support in front of you. So you hold on to the chair, and I want you to just like press up, keeping your knees straight. Don't bend your knees and go into the thingy thinking that, oh, you're strengthening it. No. Try to keep your knees straight for a second. And just like lean forward with your knees straight onto those toes. And try to squeeze your ankles. That way you're strengthening them and not just focusing on your toes. So now that we're done with that, the next exercise is to actually bend this time. Go high on releve and bend. Like you want to sit on your heel and just push that forward. Not too hard because you don't want to injure yourself. Be careful. Do everything you do with care. And remember that I'm not a professional, but you should also stop if you feel pain that is out of the ordinary, okay? Stretching and discomfort, like the feeling of stretching and discomfort is okay, but make sure you're not in like sharp pain. Alright, so you can sit back on your heels for a while, feel the stretches here. Then, that's it for those. Next, I'm gonna need you to like go on your toes. It's okay if you feel cramps. I'm cramping in my feet, but you know what? We gotta push through it. So, we're going to raise ourselves on there and press down. There we go. Feel the stretch on the front of your foot. Try to really get there. But don't let it push too hard. Don't put all your weight all at once. Try to distribute it evenly, using your hands for support on the ground. So yeah, that's what you gotta do. Stay there for a while. You can feel free to drop and do it in like sets. But if you don't want to do it in sets, you can just hold it for like a few seconds and drop it. And you know, you should be done with that stretch for that period of time. So next is a ballet exercise that I see people do a lot. You just go on, switch legs on releve. So we're going to do that for a while. You can do it for as long as you feel comfortable. And just try to push those like ankles out to strengthen them and increase the flexibility. But don't push too hard. You don't want to hurt yourself. If you get hurt, it will not be my fault, okay? Be careful and make sure you stretch with sense. Alright. So you can do that as many times as you feel comfy. And that's it for like the ankles. You might even start feeling it in your toes already because they're kind of connected. If you stretch one, you're stretching the other as well. But it just depends on what you focus on. Am I right? Yeah. Alright, so now we're going over to the toe exercises. So this one's a lot easier, if you ask me. And I showed this one in my last video on this topic. But this one's going to be a little harder. As you can see, my knee is bent here. It's bent on the toes. But now you just want to try and straighten it. Yes, it's going to feel, you're going to feel like a deep stretch right around here, like on the top of your foot. But make sure you go slowly because you don't want to hurt yourself. Okay, so we're starting out like this, and now we're straightening that leg. Yeah, you're feeling it. And straighten. You can go on releve to make it easier for yourself to straighten your legs because it's not really easy to like just straighten it. So we've done that on the first leg. You want to do that on the second one as well. Now there's just one more thing I want to say. Make sure you don't stretch just one foot. I know there's going to be that one foot that feels like it's stretching faster or it feels better, you know. But I want you to do both legs as evenly as possible. Like you don't want to favor one leg over the other. Now that you're done with those, it's got to have made your feet feel really, really weird, more weird than usual, you know. So you just want to do whatever you can to make yourself feel comfortable, you know. After doing these stretches, it's normal to feel a little discomfort, but make sure it's not like pain. It's just, oh, I've been stretching this muscle. It should feel like when you're stretching your hamstrings and then you don't stretch them, but not as bad as that, you know. It should feel a little uncomfortable. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. A little uncomfortable, but not painful, okay? So if you have any sharp pain, okay, all right, it's good we understand each other. after doing that, you want to make yourself feel comfortable in any way. So what I usually do is I run on my feet. For some reason, it makes me feel better. I don't know why. Comment down below if it makes you feel better as well. But I just like to run on the feet. I don't know. I think, in my opinion, it gets the blood flowing there and it makes you better at it, because doing these exercises kind of cuts off circulation as well. So yeah. Oh, I just want to show you guys. You guys already know how my feet point, like how my feet have pointed in the past. You guys already know that. From last year, it hasn't really changed that much because I haven't been like focusing on dance and gymnastics. I have other things going on in my life right now. So we're gonna see. It's not, as you can see, it's not like extremely good. It's not good. It's average. But you know what? If you keep working on it, it should go. If I had been working on it since last year, it would have gotten like a whole lot better. But let's just say time, unforeseen events, circumstances can stop you from doing those. So yeah, that's just about all that I wanted to cover in this video. This was the second section, and I hope you enjoyed it. So that's just about it for stretching your feet. And I also want to make sure, I just want to put it out there, make sure that you're stretching safe. All right. So, on that note, I just want to say thank you so much for watching this video. If it helped you in any way, make sure you, I don't know, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and comment down below what else you'd be interested in seeing. And yeah, that's just about all that I ask. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Check out my other videos. If you haven't watched the first one, go ahead and check it out. And yes, bye.